up, everybody? Huh? We're here. How are we? Here in Rochester. Hell yeah. Comedy at the Carlson. I love it. I like businesses that the name is the place. You know? Like, what are you doing? We're doing comedy. Where? At the Carlson. You're like, great. I don't even have to Google it. I love it. I like this building. You can tell, like, it used to be something else, and we are forcing a comedy club in here. Like, you could tell it was a factory. Like, that's what they said. They used to make these microphones here, these bullet mics. They were made right here, and now it's just one microphone, and it's not even that one. It's just an extra slap in the face. Like they didn't even leave one behind, so we're not using those. That's kind of what I've learned about Rochester in the short time I've been here. It's a lot of like, you guys are known for some stuff that no one knows. You know, like near my hotel, there's a statue of Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I was like, oh, he's from here. That's interesting. And then Kodak Film is from here, and someone's like, yeah, we invented the hoodie, and these microphones used to be made here. And everything I've learned, all the facts of your town are just enough to make someone go, huh. It's the right amount, you know. It's not gonna knock anyone's socks off. It's just, you don't say. It's the right amount, man. And I like that. It's very cool. Yeah, I like this building. You can tell it used to be a factory, and yeah, it just looks. I don't know what to make of Rochester because it's nice. Maybe just the parts I'm going to, but everyone's attitude. You guys have the attitude of like, yeah, but be careful out there. And I gotta be honest with you, I think you guys need to toughen up a bit. It's not that bad, all right? Take it from someone who's been here for 48 hours. I travel all over the country, and you guys are like, be careful where you park. And I'm like, what's gonna happen? It's not that bad. I've done shows in Detroit. I've been around. And you're like, oh, there's someone that once stole something. And we never found him. And you're like, all right. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's part, like, when I'm staying at the Strathallan Hotel, and that's a nice hotel. There's 8 floors, it's fun. I'm on the 8th floor. I was still woken up this morning by a leaf blower. Because it's a very nice hotel with the thinnest windows known to man. Like, I'm on the 8th, I can't be any higher. I think the Strathallan might be the highest building in your entire town. And I'm 1 floor below the top, and I could still hear him. And I was like, man, that guy's blowing. Dude, that guy's blowing them leaves. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I made the drive from the airport to there was a little like, okay, you know, it's like something happened. You know, something's going on. It clearly didn't happen recently. This is something that's been going on, you know? Just like, you ever see someone with like a rash, and you're like, that's not a new rash. You know, that's a rash they've been fighting. They just haven't found the right ointment yet. But the rest of the time, I don't know, I'm having a good time. I think you guys need to take it easy around yourselves. You guys are like new homeowners that haven't redone the kitchen, you know? And when people come over, they're like, we're gonna redo the kitchen. And you're like, no one asked. Like, no one, you can keep the same kitchen.
You gotta try garbage plates.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. But I enjoy it. I like this whole building. It just feels like the factory from Jumanji. It just has that kind of, like, Alan was lost in the game and then he came back. How's the shoe factory going? It's like, it's a comedy club now. And we need you to help fix it up. But it was nice. I had a good trip. I came in on Thursday. I have to come in earlier to towns because every flight this year is just delayed. I don't know if you guys watch the news. There's weather. There's like It's like the movies from 20 years ago. Remember 20 years ago? They're like, the weather's gonna be crazy and everyone's gonna go, ah! And the weather's that crazy, but we're all just like, oh, we're delayed again. That's the one part of the apocalyptic part that the movies didn't get, is that we're gonna have phones and we're kinda not gonna care. We're just gonna be in the floods just like this. And that's how it's gonna end. It's not gonna be a lot of screaming. It's just gonna be like, can you believe it? You know, look what we gotta deal with. Look at all this water everywhere. Oh, that's on fire. All right. That's good. I'm glad the phones gave us the apathy. I think that's gonna make the end more comfortable. I think. If we didn't have our phones, we'd just be here for it, going, oh my God, what do we do? But over here, like, hey, there's a new vlog up. We're gonna watch a new vlog. I like it. Yeah, you are getting these on your own time, and I appreciate that. But yeah, so I flew in the day before. I came in. I had an Uber driver that was. He was the type of Uber driver that I think would fit in well here in Rochester, where he was like defensive, but there was nothing to be defensive about. You know, like he had a nice car. It was like an Audi something, and I didn't get the fancy. I just got an Uber X, and it was an Audi. I was like, ooh, good for me, you know. And he met me outside. He was outside, and I was like, all right. He's like, I'll take your bag. And I'm like, oh, that's so kind of you. And he's like, no, I just got a new car. I don't want you to ding it. And I'm like, you don't have to be that honest, you know. You can just lie a little, you know. And then we got in the car, and he was so quick to tell me, he's like, yeah, I'm just driving Uber for research. I'm in a master's program. I have to write a paper, and this is just for research. And I'm like, nobody asked, you know? I didn't go, hey, are things going okay? Did you not know what the monthly payment on this Audi was going to be? And you're like, oh my God, I got to drive for Uber immediately. I didn't ask. It was 4 a.m. I do not care. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm in a master's program, gotta write a paper. He kept bringing it up, and no one, you ever talked to someone where like you can tell they really want you to ask about this master's paper? Like he wanted me to go, what's the paper about? And I don't know if you've ever been in that situation, but that's a powerful moment for you to be in. Because the entire drive, I never asked. He was like, yeah, I'm writing a master's paper. And I was like, oh, yeah, masters and papers. That's nice. I just kept repeating the words in different order. Papers need to be mastered. Look at you. You're writing your mastery on that paper. Who's that paper's master? You are. That's who you are. And then at the end, I finally, right before I left the car, I go, whoa, what's the paper about? All right, just tell me. And he's like, oh, it's like an algorithm thing. I'm with all these other masters people. And he's like, I'm like the dumbest one in the group. That's what he said. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, they made you drive the Uber. Like, they did a quick consensus. And they're like, we need someone to get these details. Hey, you dum-dum. You go do that. You could tell it was a soft spot for him. I have a master's program. I'm like, all right, dude, it's fine, you know. That's awesome. You guys should be proud, you know. San Diego's known for stuff. I don't know, the fish taco. I don't know. It's nothing that exciting. That's fun. I wonder if you guys invented the zipper, you know. Something fun. Someone invented it. Did you know that? Someone invented the zipper. They weren't just there. One time I looked it up. I took an edible before bed. And I hadn't taken my pants off. And I was just in bed in my jeans, just doing this with my zipper, just up and down. Because I'm like, you should get ready for bed. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it in 1 second. And I'm just playing with my zipper. And I'm like, who invented the zipper? And then so I Googled it. I Googled who invented the zipper, and it was just some guy. Just some guy came up with it. What a great invention, because we didn't need it. We had buttons. Like, he invented something we didn't... Buttons were doing great. They were putting clothes together. I don't think anyone was wearing pants like, my wiener keeps falling out of this. I need something more sturdy. I think the guy who invented it was really like a popular guy with the ladies, and he's like, I need more protection. My marriage is gonna fall apart. I need a sturdier clasp, and then he invented the zipper. And then this other guy, just like any invention, some other guy came in and stole half of it. He got 50% credit, and it's crazy. I even watched. This is how much the edibles kicked in. I saw what they sent to the patent office, like the drawing of the zipper. Have you ever seen an invention that's been around for a long time and you're like, man, if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't recreate that? You ever have that? Like, where you're like, you see a simple invention and you're like, oh, if I was around back then, maybe I could come up with that. But then I saw the drawing and I'm like, there's no way. I couldn't even redraw that. Like, if I sent that to the patent office, they'd send me to a nut house. Like, it'd be like, he just sent a zigzag drawing, and I think he was drawing pants and gave up, so he just wrote the word pants. And then there's a zigzag in the middle of the word pants. But yeah, some guy stole... I wonder if there's like some kid who's like a trust fund baby now because his great-great-grandfather invented the zipper. Isn't that crazy? Like that generational wealth. There's like some obnoxious kid with one of those curly popular mullets right now, just on a speedboat somewhere in the Bahamas with just half-naked supermodels, and they're like, how come you have all this money? And he just goes, brick, brick. And he's like, yeah, my family. Brick, brick. That's fun. It's kind of pretentious, the zipper. Because we didn't need it. We had buttons. It's not as pretentious as the scarf. Scarf might be the most pretentious piece of clothing there is. You ever think about that? I know you guys need it because you live where it happens, you know? But people that don't live here don't need a scarf, all right? I've never owned a scarf in my life, all right? I grew up in San Diego, 70 degrees year round. I've never gone outside and I'm like, oh, my jugular. Like, I need to warm my thorax. I'm gonna die out here. But then I remember one time I had a show in Chicago in the winter, and my wife, she's from there, and she's like, you need a scarf. And so she ordered me one off Amazon, and it showed up, and she goes, do you even know how to wear one? And I was like, no, but yeah. You know, it's a scarf, you just whip it, you know? Whoosh. And she's like, no. And then she showed me how to put it, and because I thought you just whip it, and you run out the door, and the back whips in the wind, and you look like the Red Baron. You know, remember Red Baron Pizza just being one of those open planes? Which, by the way, how did they not come up with a roof? You ever see those old planes where it's just open and no one was like, hey, how about a roof? They're like, no, we put on this leather helmet and some goggles and just have your scarf whip in the wind. Can you imagine inventing a flying machine, but you're too dumb to go, oh, a roof? Put a top on it. You're flying through the sky, and you're like, I don't know. It's just so I keep getting bugs in my teeth. I don't know what to do. But no, my wife, she taught me how to like do a scarf properly. Like you do it this, and then, and then, and it's pretentious. Like every time I wear a scarf, it just looks like my grandfather owns all the railroads. It looks like your grandparents won Monopoly 200 years ago, and you're like, no, I wear a scarf like this with my little zipper, and then the scarf sticks out like you just come in like a rooster everywhere. I like doing this type of material on the Late Show, because you're like, oh, I wonder if he's going to talk about something dangerous. And then some of you are having a white wine. They're like, what'd you guys do tonight? Oh, we went to an abandoned warehouse where they do comedy at 9 o'clock at night and listen to a man talk about scarves for like a weirdly long time. It got to the point where we were like, he's gonna stop soon, and then he just kept going. It's Scarves are pretty dumb. I don't know. I don't like the new shoes. Have you seen the new shoes people are wearing now? Those new, like, New Balance ones where they're just bloated? You haven't seen them? You guys don't have any... No? Alright. It's no youths. Someone said they're wearing them? Let me... Stick up your hoof there. Let me see. Yeah, that's kind of it. Is that like the... Yeah, that's... But those are sensible. Every once in a while... Is it the one where, like, the base sticks out like 8 inches on each? It is one of those? Like, I want to wear those, but it just looks like the shoe had some sort of shellfish allergy. And then it's blood. Thank you. That was just for that side of the room. You guys are just zippers and scarves. That's how I'm gonna... So good. I need to bring you on the road. You and me. You know what's extra funny is that there's not a lot of people in here, which is... She's like pulling most of the weight as far as the laughing. And some of you guys are really... You're really getting to drag ass on this show because you're like, she's got it. What's your name? Dresden. Amazing name. Oh my God, that sounds like a name that would go with that laugh. Like, what? You have such an angelic laugh, and then you're like, what's your name? Dresden. And you're like, wasn't that a sad town during World War II?
Yeah.
Was it?
We bombed Dresden.
We bombed Dresden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How did you get that name? How did you... Was that a family name?
They used to make China dolls there. I'm named for the angelic China dolls.
You're named after the angelic China doll. That's so cute. Wow. I can't imagine having the doll going, I love these China dolls. Where were these made? And then you looked them up and you're like, well, we're calling her Dresden. That'd be like if someone loved Kodak film and then they had a kid and then they're like, we're gonna name him Rochester. I like that name though, it's different. I will never make fun of someone's name because my name is Zoltan. So, it's quite the comeback, you know? If you catch me tomorrow in town and I just start ripping on your name, you go, hey, don't forget. Zoltan. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. It's so nice. I like this small crowd. I like it. It's very... Look at me leaning against the wall. That's... The early show had so many people. I was like, I have to be so good. I have to be so fun. And I'm like, this is all right. And my career can survive this many bad Yelp reviews. Like, if all of you left a 1-star Yelp, I think I could survive. Like, if it was sold out and all of them left it, I'd be like, oh my God, I might have to quit comedy. But this many, like, if I had a bad show, we can keep a secret. You know? We could just keep this to ourselves, couldn't we? Thank you. How about a little love for Travis, your host, Stephen Rogers, your feature? Wonderful. So nice to be here. I love it. This beautiful mall right here in Albany. This is my first time, and I love it. I'm staying at a hotel right next to the mall, and it couldn't be further away. At the same time, I don't know who designed the road between... I don't know who was in charge with the roads in this vicinity right here, but you're overthinking it. All right? Overthinking it. Roundabouts, yields. What are you doing? There's nothing out here. There is nothing out here. Why is there an extension road? Do you know how hard it was to get to my hotel? I missed it 3 times because with all the roundabouts, there's no second chance. If you miss your turn around here, you gotta just start over and do it again. And then there's signs that's like, well, we believe in you. You're gonna get it this time. You're not gonna U-turn when you should have taken a left. I'm staying at the Residence Inn next to the old folks' home. And that's rude to the old folks. Good Lord. They're next to nothing. You put them in the woods. They love going to the mall. And you're confusing them. They're going to think they're aging faster than they are. No, it's whoever made the roads. I like it. People get, once you get off, they got squirrely with it. I don't know. It's very nice to be here. I like what you guys are doing. First time up here in upstate, and I like it. It feels far. I used to live in New York City where it's like too much, but they have a good grid system. And then you get out here, and then some roads are like, they don't need signs. People know. Who's that for? Out-of-towners? No. That's not what we're doing. It's very nice to be here with my fancy water. I'm trying my best, I am. I'm an adult. I don't know if I am, but I don't know if I am. I think I'm just like pretending. Does anyone else feel that way? Does anyone else? Does anyone else? Like I try, I get mad about stuff because I know I'm supposed to, but I don't. I don't mean it. Like sometimes I'll be like, the economy, and I just do it because everyone else is, and I don't want to look dumb. They're like, you don't know it's rough? Well, do you know the cost of eggs? And I'm like, I've never looked. And I think it's because I don't have kids. Like, if I had kids, I'd have to budget for eggs, but it's just my wife and I. You can keep jacking it up. I think we'll be okay. I don't look at the grocery bill. I just tap. There's a card, and I tap, and sometimes the cashier's like, ugh, and I'm like, don't make the face. I'm not gonna look. I should be, that's what I mean. That's a fake adult right there. I should be more responsible. I should be balancing a checkbook, but I don't, because they do it on the phone. And I just know I'm in trouble when I tap, and then they're like, you can't have these groceries. And then I'll be like, the economy! Oh, the economy! The prices and the gouging and the graphs. Dow Jones! I try to be mad, but I don't know. Every year I have to pretend to be mad about taxes. Taxes. And I'm annoyed. I'm not mad. Because I knew it was coming. And I put some of it away, and I'm like, some of that's gonna go to taxes, and then they're gonna go, give it over, and I go, all right. But then when I'm around other adults, can you believe it? They took all my taxes. I try. I really try to be an adult, but it's an act, dude. I just want to watch old cartoons. That's all I want to do. I'm here right now and I'm having fun, but I'm thinking of the hotel with a beer and my laptop will be open and I'll be watching Life with Louie from 1994. A couple Louis Anderson fans out there, and that's gonna be my evening. I'm a child. You can see it. I see other people, and I judge them. I see them. I see other men out there, and I'm like, God, dress like an adult, for God's sakes. Shorts with sneakers with the pumps. You're like 42 years old. What are you doing? It's time to grow up. And then I look in the mirror, and I'm like, I should shut up. I need to quit judging. I've always been a child at heart. I think because I had a good mom. She always, I don't know. I just remember she's proud of me. I shouldn't think about that as a 38-year-old man every once in a while. My mother's proud of me. That shouldn't be on my list of concerns in my head. But I am. I was thinking about it recently. When I was really young, I was like 6 or something, I had a toy truck, like a big monster truck we picked up at a flea market. It was like my favorite toy, big monster truck. And then one day, a family friend came over and they had a bunch of kids, and their youngest one was a toddler, maybe 2 years old, and he was playing with my monster truck and he was really into it. And my mom came by and she was like, Zoli, you should consider giving your truck to the little boy. And I'm like, what? That's my favorite truck. And she goes, yes, but look how much he loves it if you give your truck to make his day. And I was like, oh. She goes, it's your decision, but think about it. And then she left, and I was like, oh, man. And then at the end of the day, as they were leaving, I was like, you can have my truck. And the little kid was like, ah. And then he picked it up and left with it. And afterwards, my mom's like, I'm really proud of you. And that's why I don't think I have a problem paying taxes. Now, to be fair, that truck didn't fund war, but but at the same, hey, yeah, look at us, we're out. Okay, I like it. We got the energy in here, like we should have bought tickets to the 7 o'clock. I like it. This is a real 7 o'clock, but it was sold out, so we got the 9 o'clock, and we're really trying to rally, you know? Well, I appreciate you coming down here to this part of Austin, because I'm going to assume people that like my comedy, you guys aren't going to be hanging around much longer after the show. This is we're dipping into town to see him, and then we're going to try to dip right out of town without getting any on us. Listen, I'm right there with you. Like, I like being around fun, and then I see it, I'm like, well, I don't want to do any of that. And I'm not like, I don't know, I'm like, well, those kids are like 21, I'm 38, I'm not that far away, but I'm far enough away to be like, man, I don't know if I was ever that fun. Like, I don't, to just wear boots with shorts? I've never done that. Like, what kind of wild child do we put on boots with shorts? What kind of, are there no laws? Like, what? Thank you, it's coming around, we're getting there. There's a weird laugh off to the side. Boots with shorts? That's the state flag, you know? This is where we've come. We got AC on the inside, we got a bear on stage for no reason. I don't know if this fits my motif, you know? I don't know if I have the amount of testosterone to just talk in front of a bear, you know? That's a certain type of man to just talk in front of a bear. You know, like, society's going in the wrong direction. I really need your votes this quarter, otherwise they're gonna come in and make the drag queens read to your kids. You know, youth today, they don't even know how to gut and quarter a bear. And I want to change that. Vote for Zoltan. Thank you. I don't know. We were silly. We were having fun. You can clap later. That's okay. That's why I like my audience. People are like, yeah, that's enough of that. I do like the bear. I don't know. Because I like to hike. My wife likes to hike. And then I'm like, we should know what you do in case you see one. Because they're all different rules. They're all very different. Like a bear, like a mountain lion, you're supposed to go, whoa, get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. You damn cat. Like, I think you're supposed to do that. Some version of that. And then a bear, you're just supposed to beg, I think. Hey, come on. Come on, don't. Oh. No, don't, please. What weak last words, you know? Oh, no. No, yeah, that thing would take us all down. I don't know if it's real, but... Oh boy, I just made eye contact with that, and I gotta tell you, I didn't like what I felt in my knees. I'll tell you that. That made me feel weak. That is weird. That is weird to, like, we only stuff animals, like, and you're like, yeah, I killed that thing. And you're like, and you kept it, huh? Yeah, I kept it, and then I positioned it, and then now it's in my living room. And you're like, wow, can I leave? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm pro hunting. I like that as long as you eat it. You know, eat the food. I don't know if they ate that bear, or if I don't know if you eat bear. I don't know what that would taste like. Probably a certain time of the year. Oh, you gotta get them. You know those people that know so much. Oh no, yeah, anything before February you gotta throw out, and you're like, man, you know way too much about carcasses. You ever get into a conversation with someone, and you're like, I regret it, but we're in too deep. And you have no knowledge of the thing they're talking about, so you're just, you gotta look out. So if there's spots on the liver, we can't eat that. All right, I'll remember that. I'll remember that the next time I shoot a bear. when that happens, I'll remember that. I think hunting's all right. I don't like the big game hunting, like where they go to Africa and shoot like an elephant or something. I'm like, nah, don't do that. There's not that many of them, you know? We're just trying to hold on to a few, you know? But then people have their reasons for it. I used to work at this mechanic shop, and one of our customers was a big game hunter. He used to go to Africa and shoot like lions and stuff, and he'd have them stuffed in his house. But he wouldn't call himself a hunter. He would say, I'm a conservationist. That's what they call themselves. And because I didn't know this, he's like, they have to buy a tag. You have to like buy a tag in an auction, and you spend like $100,000 to go, and they let you go shoot a lion, and then that money goes to like the park to help fund the rest of the park. So he's like, you understand, I'm not a hunter. I'm a conservationist because the money I spend helped to go fund the park. And I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, that's true. But that's also like saying, yeah, I fly to Thailand to sleep with prostitutes, but you have to understand the money that I give them, that goes to help their families. And so if you look at it that way, I'm not a pervert, I'm a philanthropist. Taking time out of my day to... we all do it. We're all hypocrites, but that is fun to go learn big words to justify the thing you do. But I do enjoy Austin. I like coming here. This is a popular town. You guys are the it. I don't know if you guys know it. You guys are the it town, and everyone's here. It's a weird mishmash of people that look like they shouldn't know each other. And it's all here. There's like a weird mix. There's like original Austin people, and you can see them. Every once in a while, they'll sprout up, and you'll be like, oh, that guy's been here since the beginning, you know? There's a certain look to original Austin people. It's kind of like a King of the Hill type character, you know? Like, not one of the major four, not the big four, but you know those offshoot characters that would show up and like date Luann? Like, remember those guys? That's like an original Austin, like a Bucky, you know, just come in with long hair. And then it just became like it's like everybody. There's like jack dudes here for no reason. Just ripped, just wide shoulder, baby shorts, just walking around. Just huge shorts up to here, mustache. I'm straight. And it's just... the whole thing says they're not, but they are. That's how straight they are, that they look like they're not at all. Just ripped quads. They have like legs with abs on them, and they're proud, just little baby shorts. And I'm like, man, I wish I had legs like that to wear some baby shorts with like testosterone confidence. Like, it's a real like, hey, what about my little shorts? And I'm like, I won't say anything about them here, but I am gonna give a speech next to a bear later, and I'm gonna bring up your baby shorts during that time. I saw a guy going up the stairs with his baby shorts, and he was skipping a step, and I'm like, man, I hope he's like wearing a codpiece or something under there. Those are too wide of steps to be taken in such baby shorts. You might lose a piece of luggage doing that. You can't do that. That's gonna be a write-up from the local authorities or something. But yeah, it's an odd mix. It's like that, and then there's like computer, like text, like so much computer guys walking around. That's not the term, but you know what I mean. There's like tech guys walking around with their polo shirts. They all have little key cards off their... That's how you know they work at a job where you're like, whoa, you're like making the stuff, aren't you? They go in, you know? That's a real job. That's one of those jobs where I'm like, I'm glad I have this job because there's no way I'd have one of those jobs, you know? There's no way. I would love to, but I don't think I'd ever have like a whoosh. Oh, here comes Zoltan. He's our systems analyst. And how's the system looking? Looking strong, tell you that. Looking strong, analyzing the system. Tell you what, it's gonna look a lot better after I get my hands on it, you know what I mean? Catch you guys later. I don't have a job, but that sounded like I did right there, doesn't it? That's like a guy who doesn't know anything about his job, but he walks through and you're like, what does that guy do? And they're like, we don't know. We don't know, but he's kind and he leaves in time. You don't catch on to his nonsense, you know? It's one of those guys. But yeah, it's like, there's a lot of like techie guys, like computer nerdy guys walking around. And it's like, because the original motto of Austin was like, keep Austin weird. And then these computer guys came in and they're like, weird like us? And you're like, yeah, why not? You guys are pretty kooky. Why don't you get on in here? Why don't you talk to us without blinking a little? Yeah. It's a fun mix. I don't know. I was actually thinking about this today. Austin is like this weird little blip in the United States where it's like a little bit of everybody. It's a little bit of everybody all living together. If you think about it, because I know Texas is a red state, but it's a blue dot in a red state. But there's red with the blue, with the tech, with the bloop, with the kettlebell people, and then there's like hippies selling trash on the outskirts. There's like. It's like a little bit of everything. There's like nature, but then there's city, and there's homeless people, and then you can go kayak. Like it's a little bit of everything, all in the same. It's wonderful. It's. I was like, oh, we really can all get along. Like it's all right there. It's beautiful. It's all right there, everyone. That felt like a speech in front of a bear right there, didn't it? It's like, this man brought unity to our fair town. Yeah, I like it. I like going to see all the little artsy things. I like seeing that. You know, we went and saw. I like going to. My wife brought my wife on this trip, and she likes going to like those little maker stores where there's like a bunch of plants in jars, and you know those stores where it's like there's like rocks and stuff. And then you can buy a rock, and then there's like there's like a lot of Buddha statues. I don't know if you've gone to them recently, but they've recently just started wedging in witchcraft out of nowhere. It's weird. You'll go in there, and it's like someone in like a hippie dress, like, welcome, there's like essential oils. And then you'll be like, oh, okay. And then you'll see like a Buddha statue. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, Buddha. And there's just a book with a pentagram on there. And I'm like, I don't know if this is the store for witchcraft. Like, this is all peace and love, and like I get my energy from the sun. Also, do you want to hex somebody? Would you like to, while you're buying that flower for your mother, would you also like a book on putting a hex on your neighbor? Would you like him to sneeze every time he turns on the TV and just drive him crazy every time? Would you like to do that? Page 37 right here. The Devil's Cookbook right here next to this Buddha statue. I don't know. It doesn't make it. Maybe it makes sense, and I just don't realize it. But it looks off. It looks unsettling for sure. But yeah, came in the other day. Came in on Thursday. Went to some high-end dinner, and it's super fancy. Some of the best food we've ever had. We went to a fancy coffee shop where they had to smell the dirt. Like I've never had that. They're like, they let us know, just so you know, we're gonna bring the grounds out, and you're gonna sniff it, and then once you approve it, you're gonna. And I'm like, wow, all right. And my wife was like, do we have to? And she asked what I was thinking. I was like, thank you for asking. And she's like, it's kind of the fun of it. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's fun. And they brought the dirt out, and I was like, it was such a weird mix because we're sniffing coffee dirt. Going, yeah, I'll drink that. And then there's, right outside the window, there's a homeless person just, and I'm like, yeah, make that 2. I'll get a double. And it was like art in the wild, you know. But yeah, we went to a fancy restaurant, told them it was our anniversary. That's our go-to, by the way. That's a nice hack to get a free dessert. If you don't know, that's what you do. If you get a reservation for a restaurant, they're like, any special notes? It's our anniversary, all right? No one's gonna check. No, you don't have to bring your wedding certificate. Merit, you don't have to prove it. You just go, it's our anniversary. They're like, oh my God. And they give you a free dessert most of the time, which also makes it weird at the end, because at the end they're like, would you like to see our dessert menu? And you're like, yeah, but. And then now it's a weird standoff with the waiter, because you told him it was your anniversary, and he's like, menu? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. We'll take a look, but let's just see what comes, you know? Let's see if you guys bring out a little ice cream with some chocolate drizzle that says happy anniversary at the bottom. I love doing that kind of stuff. I like going to nice restaurants. That's what I like to spend my money on. I want to see what people are eating. You know, I used to watch. I grew up poor in the trailer park. I like dinner. Like I'm like Pavlov's dog. When a microwave goes off, I'm like, oh, I gotta eat. Like that's. I grew up on Hot Pockets and trash. I grew up on a meal where all your food was in compartments, kids cuisine, and it came in, yeah. And then if you didn't microwave that at the right temperature, your dessert would melt into your entree. Like that's the cuisine I'm used to, and I'm not rich, but I finally got out of being poor, and I'm like never again. I'm like, take me to the rich place, and we're gonna tell them it's our anniversary, and I'm like, yeah, now I just eat bone marrow. I eat bone marrow like a sociopath. Give me the bone marrow. I'm just drizzling. Do you have any idea what a psycho you should look like eating bone marrow? They took an animal's bones and sliced it down the middle, and we're just sucking out the juice from in between, and then we butter it. And in the back of my head, no more. This is so much better than kids' cuisine. Just sucking out bone marrow. Oh my God, so good. That's why I have high LDL cholesterol. I recently found that out. I have high cholesterol. I got my blood drawn because I got a health insurance finally after 20 years, and that was when I got kicked off my mom's, and then I was able to get my own this year. And my wife's like, you are getting a blood test. You're getting everything checked out. We got to see if you're all right. And so they took 20 years worth, and it was a lot. The lady had a basket of little vials. There was a backlog there of stuff they had to look at. And I haven't got my blood taken in 20 years, but then as soon as it was happening, I had a flashback. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just somebody. Like, it's not a medical procedure, even though it should be. Like, there's such a drop-off from, like, doctor to person taking your blood. There's such a drop-off. Like a doctor's like, I went to Yale for 8 years, and the lady taking your blood's like, I saw an ad at the bus stop. And I got some at-home DVDs, and then they just let me plug a real one. And every time I've gotten my blood taken, it was by somebody that looked like they were about to get fired, and they were ready to cuss everybody out on the way. They're like, it's coming today. Which arm do you want to do? That's how the procedure started. I sat down and like, which arm we doing? And I'm like, I'm not getting a tattoo. Like, this is a medical procedure. Be professional. And we picked this arm, and she's doing the blood, and I don't look at it. I don't have an issue getting a shot or taking my blood, but I don't watch. I just like look over there. Some people watch. Some people are like, yeah. I like to watch as it pumps out of there. And I think we should put those people on some kind of list of something. You know, like, I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed to vote. We should just know who they are and what they do during the day. Yeah, I like to do like, I don't think they should be allowed at parks, you know, like, and then we shouldn't tell them till they show up with the family, all the canoes on top. We're here for the park, not you. Your family's allowed to go, but we don't trust you. Found out you like to watch it as it goes. And then she took out 20 vials, and then she's like, all right, now hold your finger here. And I had to be part of the healing process. It's like, are we even in a medical office? Like, no other procedure do you get done, or are you part of the bandaging? Like, no one's getting ACL surgery and then slapped awake and like, hey, put your finger here while we wrap up your knee. Like, dude, why am I a part of this? I should be no part of this. And then she wrapped me up. She was like, you can take that bandage off in 20 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be leaving this on for the rest of the day. Not only am I going to leave it on the first hour, I won't even put my arm down. I am going to walk around like this for the first hour. And then I'll finally go, I'm not taking this bandage off until I get out of the shower tonight. And my wife goes, don't bring that filthy bandage into this bed. And I'll be like, all right, are you sure? And then I don't want to be one of those people. I take it off too early, you know? I'm in the car. Has it been 20 minutes? And then just squirt. And I'm like, My wife faints. I'm over there. I don't know what to do. I hit the wipers. They're going off wrong side of the window. It's just a disaster. That happened today because it rained today. Like the rain you guys get is biblical, just out of nowhere. But the difference is you guys are in your cars. You know where all your... I'm in a rental car, all right? I've had no experience with this car, so it's just whoosh, and I'm like, where are the wipers? And I'm on the freeway, and everyone drives like they're like... Everyone drives so fast here. Everyone's just been up my ass. Like the entire... Up my ass, the entire city. It's like they're just trying to drive everybody out of town. And I'm like, leave me alone. And so I'm on the freeway with a rental car, no horsepower, just trying to survive. Whee! Trying to get this thing to 70 so I don't get run over by a lifted truck with bullhorns on it. And then it starts raining, just... And I'm like, I can't see, and I couldn't figure it out. And I'm trying to hit the gas, I can't see, I couldn't figure out the wipers. The only thing I could do was hitting it, the manual, And I'm like, I can't get it. My wife's like, just leave it on. I'm like, it's not on. I'm cranking this bastard by hand. I'm over here doing this. And then I finally hit a button, and I looked and did the back mirror, and I'm like, no, dude, I need the front. The whole thing took like 45 seconds until I finally got on the front, automatic, full blast, and as soon as I did, it was over. It was over. As soon as I figured it out, they're like, no more rain. Everyone's gonna be just fine. So, it was upsetting, is what it was. And, so yeah, I have high cholesterol, and, yeah, because I got my blood taken. That was a little sidebar we took. We had a split in the creek, you see, and then we took a little side creek and made it back in. But yeah, they took my blood, and then last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was in Florida, and they called me on Friday, and they're like, hey, we got your blood results. You got to come in and talk to the doctor on Tuesday. And I was like, that's not good. I was like, that's not good, right? You normally, if everything's fine, you don't even call, right? Is everything okay? And they're like, we'll see you Tuesday. That's what they said. And I was like, what? I can't believe they would do that to somebody. Like, leave you for 4 days just in your own mind with what could it be? We need to see you Tuesday. You're like, oh my God, does she even work Mondays? Like, who's this? Am I her first patient? Like, oh my God. But they have this thing now called My Chart where they actually post your blood results on this app that you can look at with your not medical degree. And so I was looking at my own blood results, trying to make heads or tails of any of this stuff. I don't know what hemoglobins are, triglycerides, LDL, CDL, HCV. I don't know any of this. I have a 2.75 GPA out of high school. I got nothing here. I'm like, I don't know. And thankfully, my wife's smarter than me, so she took the results and then she put them into Chat GPT. And Chat was like, you have a high cholesterol and you're anemic, which means low iron, which is that's an oxymoron. That shouldn't be, because you have high LDL, high cholesterol from eating too much red meat, and you have low iron from not getting enough red meat. That means I'm dying from both ends. All right. That means the cure is killing me, and that means I'm done. I'm done for. And I got sad. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. And ChatGPT's like, yeah, you can't eat any more red meat. And I'm like, that's my favorite kind. And they're like, yeah, you can't have any more red meat and no more alcohol. You can't drink alcohol because that also lifts your LDL. And I'm like, what? But that's so, for my health, I can't do that. But then also for your mental health, they're like, you have to socialize. You have to go out and be around people. And so now I'm going to have to hang out with my friends who are just sober, just stone cold sober in their backyard while they're eating cheeseburgers, drinking a beer, and talking about their boat. And I'm just going to have to pretend, just sober. Oh, no. And then what? Oh, the propeller? Not the propeller. You know how hard that is to care about your friend's boat sober? That's what alcohol and red meat is for. You're like, what? The propeller? Oh! You can't even sell it now. Like, I can't reach that emotional range. What am I, Robert De Niro? I need help from meat and alcohol to connect with my friends. And so I was all bummed out. And then Tuesday comes around, and it's my doctor's appointment. And the day before, they actually hit me up, and they're like, hey, we got your appointment for tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming in. They're like, you can also just do a Zoom call and not come in. And I was like, oh, I'll do that. Because I was like, oh, if I do a Zoom call, I don't have to do that stupid thing where you wait in the first lobby for 20 minutes and then in the back office, and then 30 minutes after your appointment, the doctor finally comes in. I'm like, this is perfect. They can just call me when she's ready, right? That was my thought. And then at my appointment, the nurse called me, and I was like, hey, what's up? I'm ready. And he's like, oh, the doctor will be in just a second. Just hang tight. So it was the same scenario, except now I'm just in her laptop in the office, and I just have to wait. I'm just in my kitchen staring at my phone, and I'm just in there going, this is the same. Why couldn't she just call me when she's ready? And so it was weird. I couldn't live my life. I couldn't speak freely. I couldn't play my wrestling videos in the background. Because what if she comes in and it's like, oh, Randy Savage off the top rope. Like, I don't want that in the background right before we have a medical conversation. So then she finally comes in and she's like, so we got your blood results. I'm like, I already know. I talked to ChatGPT. I get it. I'm dying from both ends. Both ends. My cure is my poison. I understand. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like, oh, ChatGPT said I have high cholesterol and low iron. She's like, you don't have low iron? And I was like, I don't? She's like, no. And your cholesterol's not that bad. And she's like, you have to compare all the scores. So, if you're high on one thing but low on another, they cancel them out like a grade point average. In high school, how you, failed algebra, but your wood shop, you got, an A. And then that's how blood works. That Mantle clock just counted out that you'd never got Pythagorean's theorem, and it all just that's how blood works too. I didn't know that. And she's like, yeah, you're okay. You just have to you have to watch what you eat. She's like, what do you eat right now? And I'm like, just, whatever. And she's like, what does that mean? I'm like, well, wherever, like right now before I came on stage, I was just eating chicken wings and fries because that's what they had. All right. They're like, we have chicken wings and fries. I'm like, I'll do that. And she's like, yeah, you can't do that as much anymore. You got to be a little more strict about not eating certain things. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, and you could lift more weights, which apparently, I didn't know this, but lifting weights can help lower your LDL cholesterol. And it was something weird about a doctor, especially a female doctor, telling me that through the phone, where as soon as she said it, I just naturally went, oh, yeah, I could do that. I just naturally, bowed up a little bit. I'm like, I have a kettlebell in the... And so who knows? I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to be more active. My wife and I started playing pickleball. That's good. Getting it. That's the right amount of exercise. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not... Because pickleball's the right amount. It's like ping pong, but a little more. Ping pong, that's a game. Tennis, you're like, good Lord, I'm not doing any of that. But pickleball's just right here. Just a little hey, little who, little okay. It's a wiffle ball, so it comes at you, and then it just slows right down, and then you're like, right, finally, something my speed. I like that. You can hit it as hard as you want, but then the wiffle ball just, and then you're like, right there. So my wife and I played our couple friend, and they beat us 3-0. They beat us in an hour. It was not close. But we had fun. It was fun. We had a good time, and then on the drive home, my wife's like, wow, you were so good. And I was like, what are you talking about? We got our butts kicked. And she's like, no, but you were so good. You were around the court hitting the ball. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, I was a little turned on. And I was like, oh, my God, is that how inactive I've been in front of you? That's how inactive I've been in front of my wife that for 45 minutes I went... And my wife was off to the side, oh, my God. Who's this Adonis? Who is this? I didn't know I married Mr. Olympia. Who's this guy? But yeah, as soon as she said that, I pieced together how my wife sees me. Her POV of what I do in a given day is just... Make one for me too. That's her vantage point. So for 45 minutes, she got to see. And she's like, whoa, his arms work. Wow. His knees bend. I didn't know that. Look at that bend in those knees. I brought my wife on this trip. She's actually been on the road with me the last 4 weeks. We go home in between, but thank you. We go home in between, but so it's not like we're a band where we're always on the road. People always ask that of comedians, like, "Oh, how long is this tour?" And I was just Thursday to Monday. Like comedians are always technically on tour because it's just the weekends, and then we're home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty much every week, and then we leave Thursday, and then we're back, whatever. And but my wife usually just skips the ones she doesn't want to go to and comes to the city she wants to go to. But we had 4 cities where she's like, I want to go to all these, so she's been coming, and it's been she's been having a rough time. She's not a road dog like I am. I've been doing this for a long time. Like it's hard for her. Like she needs the hotel room to not be gross. And that is not on my rider. I've stayed in, this is the height of my career. Like I've never been at a higher level in my career than I have been. And she's like, this hotel's not that great. I'm like, you should have been here 10 years ago, all right? We would have been in line where someone's paying for their room with cash out of their sock, all right? I've stayed in so many hotel rooms. And because she's used to cleanliness like a normal human. And she's like, these carpets, do they vacuum these carpets? I'm like, probably not. They probably just give it a once over or something. They probably don't get in there. And she's like, you just walk on them barefoot? And I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing skin socks, and that... I have callousy feet. I feel like that prevents any type of bacteria from coming through. I got some real hard spots on my feet that are pretty much like work boots. I think there's certain corners of my heel I think I could stomp a nail into a floor. But she doesn't have that. She has very nice, soft, supple skin, so I think the bacteria does go into her skin. Mine's been hardened over years of staying at Super 8s and... the Howard Johnson Motel 6 and the La Quinta, a 4-point Sheraton, which 0 points Sheraton. I don't know if you've ever stayed at a 4 points. I don't know when they were good, but it's been a while. It is fun. You ever go into a hotel and you're like, oh, they're gonna change the brand of this one soon. This will not be a Spring Hill Inn and Suites soon. This will be a Ramada or a Best Western, right? It's one of those. I like though. I don't know. But now we're staying at a. It's fine. It's one of those hotels that, like, on the surface, you're like, this should be fine, right? And then you go in, you're like, not that good. It's just a little sticky. There's some sticky points. It's a little sticky. What? There's people. People are sticky. And my wife, she's like, oh, can you imagine why it's sticky? And it's like, well, we're in bed eating food that we brought. And I'm like, I got an idea. I think other people have been in this situation, and they dropped a piece of a Cinnabon on the carpet and then just rubbed it in with their bare foot. And guess what? The maid's vacuum ain't getting that up. That's just going to be a little bit of stickiness. That's going to be there for generations. That's why people, because I'm on the road all the time, people send me videos of, like, people that take black lights into hotels, and they're like, can you even imagine what any of these stains are? And I'm like, yeah, but get your mind out of the gutter. How much of that is just Cinnabon? Like, I don't know about you guys, I eat filthy in a hotel room. I eat filthy in there, because usually I'm alone. That's where I get to eat how I want to eat. When I'm at home without my wife judging me, like, because my wife and I, we like to eat, but, like, I like to, I'm not one of those, like, when my wife buys a little dessert, I'm like, yeah, let's crush it. And she's like, well, why don't we just have a piece and then we can have another one tomorrow? And I'm like, who is this for? We could just eat it all now and get another one tomorrow. What are we rationing for the war? What's going on right now? Let's eat the whole thing. I thought that's what we bought it for, that we're splurging. I want to just, that's what I want to do. Like if we get some sort of cake at home, she'll be like, here's a slice. And I'll be like, nom, nom, nom. And then I'll go for another. She's like, oh, you're going for a second slice. And I'm like, if you weren't here, I'd eat the whole cake. If you weren't here, I'd have no pants on, and I'd be in the living room with my cake, crisscross applesauce, nom, nom. 90s pro wrestling on YouTube. That's how I eat at a hotel. That's why those blacklight videos don't scare me. I was like, that was just a man having a retreat right there. That's all that was. That's all just local desserts jammed into the sheets. I don't know. Yeah, my wife has a thing called self-control. She has this thing where she can have a cookie and then just leave the plate of cookies. And I was like, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you just eat one cookie, leave all the cookies, and then just sit down and focus on the movie? Knowing that there's still a plate of cookies over there. I think we didn't finish what we started. I think you don't feel like a quitter? I feel like a quitter. Let's get in there, show these cookies who's in charge, you know? My wife recently got into baking. She made these delicious chocolate chip cookies, whole plate of them, and she gave me one, and then she ate one, and she's like, all right, and then she got out all this saran wrap, taped it up like a dead body, and then I was just like, no more cookies? She's like, no, you don't want to spoil your supper. And I was like, I don't care about supper. I can have a full meal after 9 cookies. I'll be all right. And then I went and took a nap. That was the only way I could get my mind off the cookies. I was like, I think I need to be unconscious. So I went in the bedroom and I took a nap. And then during my nap, she left to go get her nails done. And as soon as I heard the door close, I just sat up like the Undertaker, just. And I ran to the cookies. My brain was like, cookies! And my feet weren't even awake yet. I was stumbling down the halls, knocking pictures off the wall. I'm like, there's a plate of cookies. And I ripped the cellophane right off. I was smart about it. I didn't just eat from one pile. I picked it from different areas. So it just looked like we had less Jenga pieces when I was done. She's like, did you get into the cookies? I was like, what? God, I love cookies, man. They're so hard. They're so good. I could have had every cookie, and they're like, yeah, but have you had this one? And I'd be like, I want it. I've had cookies that weren't even good. I've finished entire cookies that I'm like, this is awful. And then they're so dry. What do you think? They're like a week old? They're like chipping my teeth. My wife's like, throw them away. I'm like, I mean, they're still cookies, for God's sakes. They're starving people. That's how I was raised in the 90s. If you were raised in the 90s, your mom definitely went, they're starving people in Zimbabwe or somewhere. And I remember that, and I'm like, that means I gotta eat everything. That's why I go to the Husky section at JCPenney, because I know that they're starving children. I'm very happy to be in Austin. I'm happy to be in a happy town, because this is a rough week, man. We lost Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show, yeah. And Hulk Hogan, which he had a rough end, but he was like Mr. America all the way until like recently. And yeah, it's a bond. I don't know if you guys grew up wrestling fans. I grew up a wrestling fan, so it's just weird to watch your heroes die, because it's like watching your parents get old. You're like, oh, it's coming for me, you know? And it was like the same week Hulk Hogan died. I hurt my back pulling my luggage out of an Uber. And I was like, oh, it's all crashing down. And it hurts inside. It's so dumb. That was his theme song. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. He got in trouble because he said a racial slur in a sex tape. Thank you. This guy. This guy. I knew you weren't expecting me to say that out loud. Either that, or you're like, I did not know that. What a bizarre place to learn that, right? And you're like, wait, why did people hate Hulk Hogan? Oh, he used a racial slur in a sex tape. What and what? Which, what a weird time to use any slur, you know? And it was after everything's over. He's like, before I leave, one more thing. And the greatest part is the only reason that even came out, because the sex tape was out there, and then he sued to get it off. And he was the only celebrity to ever win a lawsuit to get his sex tape removed from the internet. I didn't even know they could do that, but apparently someone can just hit a button and you don't have to be on there anymore. And he won that lawsuit, but during the lawsuit, they have there's a court stenographer that writes down everything that happened in the video, and then there was the transcript, and people were like, he said what? Which also means that tape was out there on the internet for a year or 2 years, and just people never went that far into it to find out what he said at the end. People were always like, oh, I'm done with this. I need to go to church and drink milk. I gotta get the hell out of here. This is not the match I thought I was watching. And that means no one which how embarrassing. No one even finished your tape. And that means that court stenographer was the only person ever, and she had to type it down. What a rough. That's not in the college brochure of that degree. If you're like, I'm gonna go to school to be a court stenographer, it's like, ma'am, are you sure what you're getting into? Because sometimes an American icon will go down, and you gotta type the screenplay out. So yeah, weird week, man, weird. But it was fun. Flew out yesterday. It was cool. My wife and I came out. Flew out. It was fun. Saw a lady praying. And I don't know if this is funny, but I saw it. I saw a lady pray on the plane for the peanuts that she got. And she was just praying. And I'm like, but we're up here. Isn't it more? Just look out the window. All right? Sorry, that was really stupid. And I shouldn't have said it out. I turned to my wife and I said that, and she goes, you shouldn't repeat that to anybody ever again. And I don't want her to be right, so I'm telling the audience, and we're going to let the people decide. No, it's fun traveling with my wife. I like traveling with my wife because she's getting tired. This is her 4th week in a row coming on the road with me, and she's like, how do you do it? I'm like, I'm glad you respect what I do for this family. I'm out here, all right? Early morning Ubers, 5 a.m. Uber. You ever take a 5 a.m. Uber with a guy you can tell woke up 10 minutes ago? Just that smell. You can smell when a man woke up. Once you pass 35, you got to wake up for an hour and air all that out before... It's not even a brushing your teeth and mouthwash thing. There's just... Once you pass the age of 35, there's an internal stink that builds in your body when we rest. When we slumber, there's just a bad dreams and stress, and you're like, the mortgage, and then you wake up and that stink has to come out. You gotta just be up for an hour, walk around, let your body air out. And he didn't. He woke up 10 minutes before he picked us up, and it was just, he hadn't even cleared his throat yet, He hadn't even done the, he was just breathing in the car. And I'm like, that guy just woke up. And that smell, it just reminded me of being driven to school by my friend's dad in the 90s, and they're like, be good in school, and you're like, It's not even a bad breath, it's just you're dying. It's the internal, your body's breaking down. I think after 35, you can't just get up and get out into life and be like, what's going on? You gotta take a lap, That's why as you get older, you start having a back porch. That's what that's for. You wake up, you get that coffee, you sit on that back porch for about 45 minutes, get all that good stink out of there. Then you brush your teeth, then you put on the shirt, and you're like, now I can talk to the public. Wow.